He get me. I'm just joking.
How you doing?
Good. Are you the owner of this?
Well, okay, so I own these two vehicles.
Yeah.
And my dad is the landlord. I rent from him this house. And our property goes, I can show you, I have on my phone. Yeah. It goes across the road, right here. Roughly from the end of that wooden fence there. Yeah. Over here to the end of this wooden fence. And so right here is not her property, no matter what she says. She's going to try to...
I had a survey.
No. And this is what my dispatch is sending me, and he's within there.
This is the property boundary line. There's no room for a vehicle there. That's the official survey from closing. That's not accurate, and that wouldn't be allowed in court. A survey would.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell how many feet or there's a spot within the road here.
See, his section would be down there by that side that's steep that you can't park a vehicle.
So what are you guys wanting to do?
I want him off the property. He's not allowed to be here. This is my property. There's no for sale. This is not a car lot.
So, from what you can see, is this, whose property is that for your judgment?
It's hard for me to tell.
Well, what I was
Do
told...
you maintain this property? Do you mow it? No, I did.
No,
right?
it takes 7 years, and it hasn't been 7 years because you said you owned it for 2.
Yeah.
So it takes 7 years for it to be legally yours.
I'm saying it is mine. You don't have permission to be here with your vehicle. I maintain the property. I pay for the property. I do everything for the property. You have never maintained this, have you?
I would if you'd let me, but every time I go to mow, it's already been mowed.
Well, that's because I own it.
So basically, from what I was told, it goes from the end of this wooden fence here,
That's not right.
cut across.
That's not right.
The one you originally showed me.
That's not right. The property lines are reflected by the survey.
And what I would do, I would just move the cars and take it up in civil court if you guys have an issue with the property lines. I mean, until y'all get this figured out, that's what I would do. I would just move them on.
So let me ask you this: How can she say that this is her property and request him to be moved if it's not her property?
It is my property. The survey shows that. You don't maintain the property.
Sorry, listen.
So you telling me if I go mow an empty field out in the middle of the country, then it's my property?
I have full legal and I pay for this property.
Does anybody here have a GPS unit? If you guys really wanted to get down to it, you could get a GPS unit and stand out here.
Yeah,
I mean, I just think we're kind of splitting hairs here.
I just have measurements and then the picture you originally showed me, that one.
That's just what my 911 gave me.
Yeah,
But,
This is an actual survey that would be submitted in court
sure.
with a legal description that matches, which is attached to a loan that I pay for it, on top of maintaining it and mowing it monthly. If this was yours, you would have maintained it. Until 2 years ago when I bought it. You weren't maintaining it.
But that's irrelevant to the fact
I'm
that
saying
you own it.
it's not yours. It's mine.
So if I start mowing it, it'll be mine?
No. Show me title work.
You just said
I have title work. Do you?
my landlord does.
You don't even own the property. We're dealing with somebody who doesn't own a property parking on my property. He's
My
a
landlord
tenant.
gave me permission.
He didn't have permission to give. It's not his.
You just said it is.
No, you're
Or
wrong.
He wouldn't give permission.
This is a fight I would let him have. I would move vehicles for now.
Okay. So he's on his way here now.
Where is he coming from?
South of Fayetteville.
I mean, I would just move him for now and let them talk it out.
There's no room to park a vehicle here. That's where he has section, and that's where he can park a vehicle. This is not where he can park a vehicle. At the end of the day, I don't want him here. This isn't a hangout for him. This isn't their property. This is my personal residence. I will be building a home here. People have been out here shooting shotguns. I don't have a shotgun. I don't know who it is. I just know this is not open, free-range property for anybody but my people.
To do what? So he said that he's going to send me a number for the lady that previously owned this property. She owned it for a long time, and I guess for the longest time she thought that this was her property, but she looked at the survey of the previous owner and realized it wasn't.
That's irrelevant. I closed on it and I have title work since that owner. I had a new survey
You would
done.
have title work on what you purchased then.
I do have title work right here. This is my people. Come on in.
Basically,
I have title
So do
work
the
right
vehicles
now.
run?
yes.
Then what's the issue with moving them for now until
He thinks
you
he
guys...
owns the property.
So it's just like, so my
Okay,
vehicle's
so
up
who's
there.
coming that's going to provide proof that this is y'all's then?
My landlord.
And when is he going to be here?
I can talk to him right now. He's on his way. He was out of town a little bit for Memorial Day. But... So are you asking me to move him?
Yeah, I'm asking you to, and then you guys can figure out things later.
Okay, yeah.
My main concern at this point is a disturbance between you and them.
Okay.
Okay, because this is all civil. It's not anything to do with the police.
Okay. I sure appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this is a land dispute
Yeah.
over property lines, and obviously it could escalate into something that I don't want.
I understand. So just move them for now, and then.
Yeah, I'm just asking you to do that, and then let your landlord fight another day. If he determines that it's his, he can mark it off somehow.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's all I'm wanting for now, is just for
Okay.
you guys to kind of go your separate ways and let people handle this.
Later on.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it. I'm gonna.
Fair enough?
The survey.
This guy has no say. He's not the landowner.
Right.
He needs to get his crap out of here until the landowner can verify whatever. But he has
No say.
He can't do squat. He needs to get the cars out of here.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
that
needs
is
to
correct.
happen.
That's the
That's what
landowner's.
needs to happen.
The landowner has to.
So
Right now.
he's coming here though.
Well, you
That's
need
fine.
to take
You
the
need
cars
get
and
him out of
go.
here. Tell them.
That you don't
You
have a
no
right to be
say
here.
in doing anything. None. You're a renter. You don't own anything. Nothing. You need to get these out of here.
See.
No, there's no C. It's you need to get these out of here.
I can talk just like you're talking.
Your landlord
No,
can
see,
talk to
you're,
me.
You're trespassing. You have no right to claim anything. It's not your property. You don't own squat.
The
It's not
landlord
you.
owns it.
He can,
Possibly.
He can come debate it. You
can't.
because you have no right whatsoever. None.
Okay. What I'm gonna say though is that's a better way to guys tell me than someone calling me up cussing me out.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You have
You have no right to
either
be
way.
on my property with for sale cars. This is not a car lot.
You have no right as a renter. You can't do squat. You can't claim squat. You can't act like you have rights to do squat because it's not your land.
I can have rights that he told me.
No.
No.
Telling you it means nothing.
That
It's
means
legally
nothing.
what's the right.
I can tell
sir,
you
this
something.
is your landlord's fight.
Yeah,
okay?
it's not you.
So,
You have, get out of here. Is what he's saying.
Y'all be willing to wait to do.
No, get out of here. Get him off the property.
For now, move the cars off. There's no harm in doing that.
Get him out of here. There's no. I mean.
Try to calm down. I'm
Yeah,
going
but
to figure it
there's a way
out.
to be civil, and he's just trying to be a dick, trying to act like he's
He
got
always
rights
does.
or whatever, and he doesn't have squat. He needs to get the hell out of here. That's just how it has to work. If his owner, his property owner or whatever, can do something, then that's one thing. But he can't do squat, and you need to tell him to get his crap out of here.
If there was exceptions on the title, that there was another person with access to use the driveway, that would have been written in title work.
You would think.
I have all the title work. It's not written in there. There are no exceptions. There's no encumbrances. There's no nothing. So my survey, which I have here and I've provided, it is a sliver between their boundary line and mine on the other side of this road. It absolutely doesn't suffice for a vehicle. Them thinking they own it, meanwhile I pay everything to maintain it and do everything and have since day one. If there needed to be something addressed with me, it would have come up on the title search. It didn't. So I have to go off of the facts I have. I closed with free and clear title. I pay everything myself. There has been no point in this deal ever that anybody from next door contacted me for use of this property. Therefore, it's up to my permission, which they obviously don't have. So if an owner had called me and said, hey, can we park a vehicle there? Who knows what I would have said. More than likely it would have been no, because this isn't a car lot. At the end of the day, I don't like people coming on my property. I don't like people acting like they own my property that I pay for.
Especially
And
somebody who doesn't know the full details of the thing. He's just
It's
a
a
renter.
tenant.
He's a renter. He doesn't know squat.
And it doesn't matter what the lady tried to do before she sold it to me. Absolutely doesn't matter. I had a new survey, had a new perk test, had a new everything. With a loan and a title company, everything was done according, I'm a realtor. Everything was done how it was supposed to be done. So if they claimed right to this land, there would have been an exception on the title.
Somebody calls you and says, hey man, your stuff's on my property.
If they said it like that, it'd be different.
I don't owe
Doesn't
them
matter
anything.
how it's said. If they say your stuff's on my property, do the cordial thing and get
Move
your
it.
shit off their property. You don't know anything. All you know is hearsay, and you're going to stand behind that like it's concrete, and it's not. You don't know shit.
And I have the survey and the title work that's going to come back to a full legal here.
No, get your shit out of here.
I'm not
What do
willing
you
to
mean?
wait to talk to anybody.
Why do we have to wait?
I
It's
have
your
everything
property.
legal that says this is mine. I don't need his permission.
If
I
he
own
needs to
this.
get in touch with her about something, he can. then get the hell out. You know, get your stuff out of here. I don't know what else you need to hear. Get your shit out of here.
But if it's within that 40 feet, that looks to be on 8260's property, as near as I can tell.
If it's 40 feet north of the pole?
Yeah, from the pole to Goose Creek. And where the pole's at, if it's like in line with that pole, yeah, about 40 feet of property is 8260.
Okay. All right, thank you.
He's saying 40 feet from this to this is
From
theirs. That's not right for this. I mean,
like I said, this is something you and that landowner need to figure out. I mean, this civil stuff,
this-
it's not
this would
anything
be-
I get in.
Tomorrow he parks those back here again.
look, this would be where that thing is. Right here, the pole. That's not 40 feet.
I have a measure I can measure. Just
That means,
your knowledge,
okay,
if you want me to.
if that's right, then look at what this survey says. 40 feet from the pole, which would be somewhere right here. That means all of this, my entrance and all that's not mine?
It's not right.
That's not right.
It would have come up on a survey.
And that would change my total acreage, because it's going from here, this boundary line, the road there, to here. That would change my acreage.
I just know people have been using it quite a bit. We've been trying to catch them down, not really catch them down here, but we've been hoping to see them down here when they come down here, talk to them, whatnot, tell them to stay off. It's private property. Then you deal with somebody like that.
who did your survey?
This one is stamped by Atlas, and it's certified.
Yeah, I mean, you might. Are they local? Mm-hmm. You might get with them and see if they're
see,
willing to come out and put some pins in or
They
something.
could definitely reflag it for sure.
Or yeah, do that.
But my whole thing is this is all I need in my title work, which reflects this exact thing. He doesn't have that. I do.
I would make
And he's going off a hearsay. To be
right if
perfectly
the land.
honest.
When you guys speak with the landowner, and that's the only person you need to speak to about it, see if he can provide a survey that's showing that it's his, and see if they are the same. If they're different, y'all have a problem that, I mean, is above my pay grade also.
I get it. I get it.
Like I was telling him, my only concern in this whole deal was y'all getting in a fight or something.
Constant
So
squabble.
I was
But I
asking.
know
I was asking about
he
the
mows that
poles
side,
because
he
those
doesn't mow this side.
we consider poles fixed points. So I was going to try to measure from the pole
got
to
you.
that. Ozark Electric told my dispatcher they try to put it on the line, but they don't always.
I got you.
This is him calling me again. Hello?
Hey, is this April?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm with the police officer right now. I don't know really what there is to discuss. I'm going off my survey from closing. It doesn't show you have property there. It shows a sliver, not enough to park a vehicle. And I don't know what there is to discuss. I don't want those vehicles on my property. This isn't a car lot.
I talked to the previous owner, and she said that she dealt with the same thing, but she thought she owned it until she looked at her survey. And she tried to buy it from him. We just couldn't get together on a price, so she sold it to you. And she just, she said, it's your property. She said, I hate that she didn't look at the survey either.
Corporal Lecty with Fayetteville PD.
Yes, sir.
What I'm just recommending to her is if you guys want to get together civilly, and if you have a survey, compare the surveys, make sure there's no difference in them. And, this is a civil matter you guys need to try to figure out. It's not a criminal one that involves us. The main question is, it's kind of just hard to tell from the paperwork how far it comes down, so somebody needs to come flag it. I recommended that she call them back and see if they'll reflag it for her, and maybe that'll help. And if there's some sort of argument over that on your side, there's probably a way that you guys can discuss that. But for now, I mean, personally, I would recommend just not parking here until you guys figure that out. But she's showing me a survey, but it's kind of hard to tell like actual measurements and stuff on my end, so that's why I would recommend you guys kind of, if she's got one that you have, get it and compare it with hers and make sure it's correct. And if it's not correct, that's a problem, down at the county or somewhere, whoever handles this. But
All right, sounds good.
all right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys good?
All right, have a good day.
All right. You're welcome.